Hello, this is Heroes of Las Vegas. I'm with Erica. Say hi, Erica.
Hi.
Erica Bencoma and myself, Cliff Jordan. And we're going to be going over some of the ideas that we've been sent on things that can be implemented here in Las Vegas to help make it a safer place in order to motivate patrons to come back to Vegas as soon as possible, as soon as the casinos open. Now, Erica, we don't know when the casinos are going to open. I know the governor just made an announcement a couple days ago and didn't really say when, but it's probably going to be within the next month or two.
Yeah.
But when it does open, we're all hoping, and I think you're hoping as well, is that people will want to come back in droves and spend all their money in Las Vegas like they used to before. If they don't, worst case is that some casinos may not open right away, and it could cause layoffs and stuff like that, which we don't want. Best case is that all this pent up anxiety from having been closed for several months is just going to be released, and we're going to get tons of Californians here and tons of Arizonans and Utahns and coming and spending all their money and just tearing up the town, which would be an excellent idea
For the tourism, yes.
if it happens. But the whole idea of this is to come up with ideas that to make it a safer place, to want to motivate people to return in light of COVID. And so let's jump right into the first idea. First off, well, let me say this. We got ideas in different categories. We got marketing ideas. We've got tech ideas. We've got process ideas. And I think that's about it. But the first idea is a marketing idea. And this actually comes from a friend of mine named Bill Bachman, who works for a company called Scientific Games. Now, Bill has implemented with casinos in other casinos around the country a product that Scientific Games uses called Player Boutique. And this is more of a marketing ploy. During this time of COVID, what Player Boutique is it allows the casinos to keep their brand on top of mind for their patrons. And through this Player Boutique, it's a place that they can go online, the customers can go online, or the patrons can go online and redeem their casino points for prizes or for products such as toasters, wines, basketballs. I'm not sure the full extent. It's kind of like an Amazon for casinos. And this has been very popular with a lot of the casinos that have implemented this throughout the United States as a way to say, hey, we still love our customers. We still want you to come back as soon as we're open. And as a gift, here's a place you can redeem your points. I don't know if you have any ideas about this, Erica.
I was thinking maybe just to give you free points, just to like us on Facebook or Instagram or something, and I will give you points. So that way, when we're released of this enclosure, we can just go and redeem them in the casino. So that will be very attractive to have those points, saving those points for the time that it's open.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea because, if you got a customer, especially who's very loyal, he comes every month or every couple of weeks, and he's earning 200 points a month, then, why not give him 200 points every month anyways? And then, or like I think what you're insinuating is make them earn it. Go like some stuff on Facebook. Go like this, and we'll give you 50 extra points. And then with this Player Boutique, you can go redeem the points for whatever you want. I think it's a solid idea.
That's a good idea.
Let's go to the next one.
All right. So the next one is about marketing. It's from the guy named Cliff Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about casinos abandon visible fees such as resort fees, ballet fees, parking fees that we all hate. especially if we live here. So that will be very or to have the ballet fee waived. And we would like to go more to those casinos who do that. And not just to us, to everybody who come to Vegas. That will be very appealing to have those fees waived, especially when the resorts fee, they're so expensive. And we all know that.
Oh, yeah.
That will be very attractive for everybody, and especially for us living in Vegas.
Exactly. I mean, locals used to go to the Strip a lot, but when they started implementing all these parking fees, the locals, a lot of them says, "Hey, fine, I'll go to the outer casinos on the outskirts of Vegas that don't have parking fees," and then the resort fee. I mean, if I go rent a room at one of these resorts, you think you're getting a good deal because maybe it's like $75 a night or whatever. You go and you pay. Well, they always throw on the $35 resort fee.
Yes, like $40 more just for the resort fee. It's so expensive.
Yeah, and so maybe what casinos can do is somehow figure out how to build that in. So maybe it's not so obvious there's a resort fee, or I don't know. They get rid of it altogether. I agree with Cliff. This would make a big incentive to get people back to Vegas.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about the next idea. This is a tech idea. This comes from Bill Bachman. And this is an idea for slot machines. You touch the slot machines with your fingers, and that's kind of an issue. So what he's suggesting is that the casinos give everyone a stylus that you can use for the slot machines. You can use a stylus to touch things. And I think that is an excellent idea. If I had a stylus here, I'd show you, but I don't. But you understand what a stylus is, it's a little pen or whatever to touch the...
A little pen that you
there
use
you go.
with your phone, then something like that to use in the slot machine, not to touch it, not to have the germs of others. I think that's a great idea too, because people is going to be a little scared to go again and touch those machines when thousands of people goes and do the same.
Yeah, so don't use the stylus. You want to make it a different stylus than the one you use for your phone, because then if you don't, if you touch both, then you're transferring or whatever. Don't use it to pick your nose or anything like that. But
no.
But if you just use their branded stylus for their slot machines,
and that will be a souvenir to take with their name of the casino.
Exactly.
And advertising.
It's an awesome idea.
Yes.
Now, the next idea is actually an idea that has been announced. I saw it on the news, and it's a really cool idea. It's self-cleaning dividers between slot machines. So imagine you're playing a slot machine. You got these glass dividers, not really intrusive, kind of just yay big, dividing the different slot machines. So if you sneeze, at least it kind of encapsulates that and keeps it just to your machine instead of sneezing into the next machine. But the cool thing is that it has this wand on the divider that just once an hour it'll swipe the whole glass, and inside the wand is UV light. So as it swipes, it's sanitizing this whole glass. And I don't know. I think it's a fantastic idea. It's put out by a company called Smith Rosen. You can see it at smithrosen.com. And they didn't come to me with this idea. I saw it online, but I wanted to include it here because it is a really good idea. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's good. I like a lot of the dividers between slot machines. Definitely we need that, at least for a time when this COVID-19 is on. I like the UV light, but at the same time, I think it will be better if it's like something in the front of you. Because if you sneeze, like you said, you don't pass it to the side, but you spread it in all the machines. So it will be good to have something like that, like a clear, top.
Like a
in
plexiglass.
Front of you. Yeah, like a glass in front of you with a UV light or something that it promotes that UV light to the machine in case that happens. What do you think about a light in the machine?
No, I think that's a good idea. One of the yeah, I think if you're talking about maybe putting like a wand that could actually scrape with a UV light the whole front of the machine, that would take a lot of investment from the casinos and the slot machine makers, and maybe which maybe is a good long-term idea. Maybe a better short-term idea would be just to have a UV light, one of those like light stands that are flexible on a little metal flexi thing.
Yeah, like this, like I have one right here, just right here.
Yeah, exactly. Have a couple of those with little UV lights that you can kind of point at the screen.
Or just something in the top. You know how they light up when you win?
Uh-huh.
Maybe something that is in the top of the machine that is just going the UV light towards the machine.
I like that. You win a jackpot, the UV light comes on, everyone gets a tan. This is great.
Yes, and disinfected.
And disinfected.
Same time. Yeah.
All right, so there's that idea. I think it's a good idea. Erica, why don't you talk about the next one?
Okay. So the next idea is from Bill Bachman.
Mm-hmm.
And that is about chip pushers or tools for table games. That will promote the sanitation of the table game, the chips. Something. It's like some kind of device that it grabs the chips to give it to you or to move them instead of touching them and pass the germs or viruses.
So this would be used by dealers for pulling the
Yes.
chips out of the trays and then putting it in front of the patrons. Yeah. Yeah, Bill had sent me an idea of the tool. It looked like an eyelash installer. Which,
I'm looking at it more like those songs for the barbecue.
right.
I know.
I think it's an excellent idea. I just think that having those tongs, like you're saying, it look kind of hokey. You got to design it to make it look cool, or I don't know. But
maybe they have to be installed in the table, like an arm, like a mechanic arm to move them along, something like that. But it is a great idea just to think about sanitation for that. He also has another idea, the same tech. Is it about tech? It's a UV light sanitizers for card shufflers at casino tables.
Exactly. You could. I think it's Shuffle Master has these card shufflers, and so you just throw in all these decks of cards, and then it will shuffle them out, and then the dealer will. I just pull the card right out, and I know that some of them actually have cameras attached to that to help prevent cheating and stuff like that. But if they can hide a camera in some of these to prevent cheating, they can hide UV lights in there to sanitize.
To disinfect them.
Exactly. So no, that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, because they're not gonna be having a guy every shift cleaning the cards with a Clorox and a wipe, every card. So they have to have something that they just clean them by. A UV light will be a good idea too.
Yeah. Back to the tool for the chips. It just came to my mind right now. What if you had like a little device that would let a chip come out sideways on its edge, and then it would let it roll? You could click it, and it would roll to the patron. So the chip rolls across and then when it gets to the patron, it just kind of falls over. So you could.
I would like one too, something like that too.
It's a crazy idea, but anyways, the whole idea is to take hands out of the whole process. But yeah, no, I think it's a great idea of Bill's to help with the table games. All right, why don't you do the next one as well?
All right, so the next one is from Cliff Martin, and it's marketing. So he says about casinos offer deep discounts, 50% of plane ticket, gasoline costs, 4 nights for cost of 3, etc.
Right.
So discounts will bring people back. That's for sure. So I think this is a good idea that everybody will love, because after being in this is a recession already. People are like trying to save the money, but at the same time, we're still gonna travel. We're still gonna go places. We're still gonna go eat. We're still gonna go visit friends. So that will be a good way to bring back people, to give them the 50% of a plane ticket, so they, at least that other 50%, they can use it in gambling or going dining or things like that. What do you think?
No, I think it's an awesome idea. Now Cliff, he's a friend of mine. He's been in Vegas since the 80s, so he's kind of seen Vegas go through a couple recessions, go through 9/11,
yeah.
the 2008, economic crisis. So he's very optimistic about Vegas bouncing back, because he's seen it happen so many times. And and this is why he's bringing this up, is because one of the things that Vegas always does is they discount rooms, they discount everything in order to try to motivate the volume back into town. Now I remember during the 2008 economic crisis, you could get rooms at some of these really nice hotels for $40-$50 a night.
Wow.
$35 a night.
I hope we come back to that one.
No, it works. It brings people back, and so no, I think it's an excellent idea, and I'm really hoping that the casinos will take it seriously, and I hope that there is enough, how can I say, margin in their profits that they can make it profitable. So.
Mm-hmm. So is that also, you're talking about for tourism only, or for resident, for both?
Both, obviously.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good, because we live here and we'll use it, and we'll come back. We'll come back to the casinos. We'll come back to dining. We'll come back to shows.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Some of us that live in Vegas, I don't. I'm not a big gambler, but I do go to the restaurants. I do go to the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I do spend, at the casinos. And we, I think you as well, go to parties and stuff where people will rent a hotel room and then invite, all their friends, and we have just a lot of fun.
Yeah, we make parties in those rooms.
Exactly. So and there is, I think, margin for profit even by reducing the room rates.
Definitely.
Okay. The next idea comes from Anonymous. Actually, we'll call him John Doe. But the idea is, again, with the UV lights. It's ideas is for using the UV lights for theaters and hotel rooms. For example, with the theater, imagine like the big Cirque du Soleil theaters where you got all this 3,000, 5,000 different seats. But imagine you got, coming down from the ceiling, a lamp. You hit a button, come down from the ceiling, a big UV lamp, just low enough and powerful enough to maybe irradiate 15 seats, 3 rows, 5 wide. You could do, with a couple hundred of these, you could do a whole theater and sanitize the whole theater. Of course, this would be done after the show, when people leave. Obviously, you don't want to give them a tan during the show, but you get the idea. So maybe like while half the theater is being cleaned, because people spill the popcorn and all that other stuff, half of it could be irradiated and the other half could be cleaned, and then when after 15 minutes of the irradiation, they can swap. But you get the idea. So it's a way to not only it's basically just to kill all the germs on the surfaces of the seats and stuff like that. And I think something like that would make people want to go back to see the shows, not having to worry that the person that sat on that seat before was sick.
Yes, that's a great idea. I think it's good. I think it sounds a little expensive. I don't know if they're willing to do that, but it's definitely a good idea to think about about cleaning, sanitizing, especially the hotel rooms. I mean, the rooms are always, you always worry when you go to one, you see it very clean, but you don't know really how deep is being cleaned. So talking about that, hotel rooms, tell me more about that.
No, this is a cool idea. Imagine the hotel room, the whole, you got your normal lights and stuff, but you also have these UV lights that are spread throughout the whole ceiling, and you can kind of hide. You can hide it in the decor, whatever. And you could have UV lights under the bed, and you could have UV lights, less power, inside the drawers. In fact, maybe the only place you don't want a UV light is in the safe, and so that where you could put your camera equipment or whatever if you don't want it to get hit with UV lights. But the idea is every day when the staff comes to clean the room, they come in the room, maybe they take all the top sheets off the bed, they kind of do a quick cleanup, then they go out in the hallway, they put a key in the wall, and it illuminates all these lights in the bathroom and underneath the bed and the drawers. Bathroom, yeah. Of course, you hit it extra strong in the bathroom, but you get the idea. It just basically kills all the germs on all the surfaces of the whole room, from the windows to the frame artwork on the walls to the TV to everything, the bed surfaces, etc. And something like this would not just kill germs, but it also kill bed bugs, which it's not a problem in Vegas as far as I know, but hey, you want to prevent bed bugs as well. So that's one way of doing it. And it just basically 15 minutes of a high intensity UV light throughout the whole, and then it's clean. Then the staff come back in, make up the bed, make it look nice, and they're done. Clean, do the surface cleaning, and voila.
Yeah, that definitely is very appealing to me. I would love to go to a room that I know that is being disinfected like that. I don't know if it's gonna be more expensive, the price of those rooms, but I'm pretty sure they can make some kind of sections, maybe, that they do to test it and see if it works. And having so many people who come and gamble millions of dollars, I bet they will not mind to have those extra dollars paid towards being in a room that is extremely clean and sanitized.
Right. And in fact, probably what would happen is maybe the larger hotels could take just a block of rooms, maybe 20 of them, do something like this, install this, and then put it on the on the website to reserve those rooms.
Advertise those.
And see how much traffic they get for those rooms versus normal rooms. And then if a lot of people say, hey, I want that room, then you've got something that is willing to that will help cause a demand. So yeah, I think it would work.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, the next one is a process-oriented, and this is not for patrons so much as it is for locals who live here. Now, if you've got single parents during COVID, it really is hard because your kids can't go to school, so your kids have to stay home all day. Now, you as a single parent may want to work, but you can't work because your kids are at home. So, who's going to take care of your kids while you're going to work? So, the idea is to have single parents kind of look for other single parents in the same situation, hopefully friends of theirs, and then pool together, and then have maybe like one parent watch the kids during a certain time of the week, and then the other parent will go ahead and work, and then they can switch back and forth. And this is just kind of a process idea to help single parents get through this COVID time when their kids have to stay home and can't be at school.
Okay, well, that's also a good idea. It will work for some people, not for everybody. And of course, they have to be somebody who you trust. So friends, families, that they can work like that. And I bet they probably are doing some kind of help with them. But at the same time, it has to be something that you're really willing to do, because it's not never easy. I'm a mom, and I know it's not easy to watch for the kids. You can do it for one day or for a couple hours, but when it's like more often to watch others or somebody else's kids, it's a hard task. So it's something that it's just that they have to understand that it's just something that they will have to decide to do it, and they will help each other, but you have to be patient, because you can scream and yell at your kid, but maybe not at your friends, because it's the way that you treat yours is not the same. So, it's a good idea. It works probably for some people. I know it will not work for me.
All right. No,
but it's a good
I
one.
appreciate the frankness and the feedback. That is,
I'm just being honest. I just put the reality of the thing. That's the truth. Because you can say, "Oh yeah, sure, I will help you," but then you're like, "Oh my God, I'm stuck with this kid for how long? How many hours it's been? And how many days did I offer? Oh no!" So, but it's yeah.
yeah, it's either that or maybe just tie up your kids and leave them while you go. You know, they're tied up; they can't get in it.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. That's just a joke. Just a joke. All right, Erica, why don't you talk about the next one?
All right. So the next one is about marketing, and it's from Jane Doe.
Mm-hmm.
So anonymous. It's a branded mask and sanitizers give away at airports. At airport gates of flights to Vegas. So everyone who want to come to Vegas, they will have these masks to protect themselves, others, and Vegas in general. I think it's a great idea because it's something to keep us all safe. I know it's not mandatory. That's what I heard, but it should be if they're coming to our city. I mean, it can be made fun in a way that the mask can be in a way that it says "Welcome to Vegas," "Stay healthy in Vegas," or I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think it's a good marketing opportunity for a lot of casinos. For example, you know, put their brand all over the mask, or my favorite casino, I think I've told you this before, is Cosmopolitan, because they're the experts at branding. They have the tagline, just the right amount of wrong. It's so maybe they could come up with some sort of mask that just is, you know, I don't know.
Cosmopolitan, welcome back.
Yeah, or whatever, but has I don't know, it looks cool. It makes you want to wear a mask. That's what I'm saying. And if casinos did this right, and I trust the casinos more than the government in this, in the creativity, but if they could put together some masks that are so cool looking that make you want to wear it, then give them out at the airports, and then people are going to wear it and be happy to wear that in the 3-hour flight in the cooped up cabin in the plane as they come to Vegas. So yeah, I think it's an excellent opportunity for casinos to kind of brand and get some loyalty from customers that are coming into Vegas. So.
Yeah, so this is more like a marketing for the casino. No, the casino is providing to give away at the airport gate.
That's kind of, well, you could do it a couple ways. One is the airlines could give you their masks.
I think that is more like it. Yeah,
that's probably what will more than likely happen. But I think this is a great opportunity for a casino to say, hey, we're going to put a person at the gate, and we're going to hand out Wynn masks that say Wynn on it.
Yeah.
And
you're staying there, you're staying Cosmopolitan, and then you have this mask with something fun or something positive to say. And,
exactly. Yeah. Or even if the city of Las Vegas were to do this and, put the sign, the Las Vegas sign, there. That would be kind of cool as well. Just the idea is to promote Vegas, promote the fun on their way into
in a safe way to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely safe to stay away from those germs and viruses.
And if this does happen, be sure to keep your masks for 20, 30, 40, 50 years because they'll become collector's items in the future.
Yes. That'll be good.
The last idea we got is it's also from Jane Doe. It's also it's called romantic distancing. Now, yeah. The whole idea of this is, when you go to a show like a Cirque show or whatnot, if they start putting people with spaces in between them, that's kind of horrible. If you go as a couple, what they could do is give you a discount and then put a space between you and the next couple. And this is what we call romantic distancing instead of social distancing. And if you think about the profitability of this, if you're taking away one seat for every one person, that is, you're losing 50% of your revenue, right? But if you're losing one seat for every two people because you got a couple there, you're only losing 33% of your revenue. So therefore, you could, give them a little bit of a discount and still be better than, losing 50% of your revenue. So, and then of course, you don't portray it that way. You portray it as, hey, come as a couple, and we're going to put the other couples a little bit farther away, giving you some more intimacy during the show. So you can put your hand around, you get the idea.
That's a good idea. I like it because anyways, I think when we come back, they're going to separate us a little bit between people, But if they do that and they give you a discount, you're more likely to buy 2 tickets instead of 1.
Yeah.
And even if you go with not a really romantic person, just take your brother, but at least you buy 2 tickets already,
True.
Just for the discount, you just go.
Or if you go as a family, that's even better. You can give a bigger discount to the family. You, your wife, your husband, whatever, and the 3 kids, and they all sit together, but then there's space between the next family or the next couple or whatever. So, yeah.
That's a very good idea for a discount also.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, that's the 10 ideas we've got. And we'd like to go ahead and close the video now, but first I want to say, Erica, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You've been a great co-host here. What we need you to do is to go to Heroes of Las Vegas. It's a page on Facebook. And if you type it at the top, Heroes of Las Vegas, you'll find it in the search. Go there. There's a poll on Heroes of Las Vegas right now. And you can click on each of these ideas and vote for them. And you can vote for more than one. You don't have to vote for just the top one or whatever, but you can vote for more than one if you like several of them. Try not to vote for them all, because if you vote for them all, that's like...
Yeah.
We're
not getting nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like the 10 of them anyway.
So vote for the ones you really, really like, okay? And the other ones you don't like, it's fine. Don't vote for them. We're going to keep doing this. And then if you have any new ideas, and I know some of you folks out there have some great new ideas, and maybe these ideas came as a result of you watching this video.
Yes.
If you have those ideas, go ahead and send them to me. Eric and I will then do another video and cover those ideas, and then we'll throw those on the list and get those voted in. At the end of 2 weeks, on March 15th, what we want to do is go ahead and then highlight especially the top 10 ideas. And we're going to dub the owners of those ideas as, what is it, Erica? We're going to dub them as Heroes of
Las Vegas.
Right.
Yes.
So if you want, like I said before, if you want to put that on your resume, you are a hero of Las Vegas. That'll help you get a job 100 times faster, guaranteed. If you want your kids to be proud of you, you need to be a hero of Las Vegas. So.
Yeah. We just need people with more ideas also to be healthy and safe and back to normality, a little bit of normality will be, I know will take time to restore, but any change is always a challenge, but we'll get there, and I know we'll come back. We'll come back, and we'll have fun again, and we'll be good to go, but in a safe way. So.
Well, thank you very much, Erica, and we'll
You're welcome.
talk to you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay.